Superstars shifting, new stories, new feuds, feathers getting ruffled, as all three WWE brands could have their rosters significantly reshuffled.
And here we go. Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. But hey, do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. If you are one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment. YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share this video out on all social media. Speaking of socials, check the links down below. Instagram and X, you can find me there. Also, check out that Joker Voice merch store. Want to give out a special thanks to Pops, who was on his show yesterday. It was a fun time with Pops, and I'll be on with him again on Friday. So definitely check that out. Okay, last Friday on Smackdown, we got the words transfer window introduced into the WWE. Now, with 2025 and the transition of Raw moving to Netflix and SmackDown going to a 3-hour show, the WWE draft usually was not held till about late April, maybe early May. The rosters are going to need some restructuring. So we saw some instances on SmackDown and Raw this past week of stuff that might be happening. And the fact that NXT is also involved in this, let's take a look at some of these possibilities, shall we?
And here we go.
So let's start where we first heard this on SmackDown last week, where the faction from Raw, American Made, led by Chad Gable, first said this term. So could we possibly see Chad Gable and American Made coming over to SmackDown, where it just so happens is the home of the United States Championship?
Oh my God. Yes.
Just kind of fits, if you ask me. Now, later on in that show, in a backstage segment, Dominic Mysterio was seen talking to SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis. Now, is the WWE teasing Dirty Dom, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez moving to SmackDown?
Yeah, not so much.
To figure out more of where my mind is thinking on this, tune in tonight to Wednesday Night is Overbooked. Now, another Raw roster member that we saw on SmackDown, which was a bit of a surprise, is the ring general, Gunther. So, the World Heavyweight Champion meeting with the SmackDown general manager. But as I said, he's the top champion on Raw. Does this transfer window also include reshuffling the WWE brand? Does this include its top titles along with its top champions?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
Excuse me, but Cody Rhodes is the champion on SmackDown. This is obviously a misdirection.
Hold on.
Now, let's just see if there's anyone significant from SmackDown that showed up on Raw to talk to Raw GM Adam Pearce. Oh, wow, would you look at that? the WWE champion Cody Rhodes exiting Adam Pearce's office. So it looks like the top titles definitely are in play.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, someone else who was seen backstage talking with Adam Pearce was Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. So if the men's top titles are being pitched, obviously that would go for the women's top titles as well. So do I honestly think that Raw being on Netflix, that Netflix would be interested in Nia Jax as the WWE Women's Champion? No. I do think Netflix, however, is very interested in Tiffany Stratton as the WWE Women's Champion.
Well, you're not wrong.
And again, I can hear it again. But you said Liv Morgan wouldn't go to SmackDown, and she is the Women's World Champion. So how does that make any sense? Well, who said anything about Liv Morgan being the Women's World Champion when this happens? Now, this entire reshuffling process is really due to WWE's new partnership with Netflix and the fact that over the next 10 years, Netflix is paying the WWE $5 billion.
That's a lot of money.
I'm just saying, Netflix is going to get a lot of what they want. Just saying. And now that leaves NXT. Now, the reshuffling for them is in the form of members of their roster being called up to the main roster. But who?
Good question.
Well, Deadline this past weekend gave us a couple clues of who this might be. Now, on the men's side, with the new number one contender, Obafemi, having a title shot at the first NXT of the new year called New Year's Evil, and also a backstage segment with Ethan Page at a personal crossroads. Look for Trick Williams to drop his title at New Year's Evil, and Ethan Page definitely being headed to the main roster. Now, for the women of NXT, kind of the same thing. Look for Julia to dethrone Roxanne Perez at New Year's Evil, and along with her friend Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, these two are headed to the main roster. Also, I would not be surprised, based on her performance at Deadline and her body work in general in NXT, don't be surprised if Sol Ruka gets called up to the main roster as well.
That's not bad.
But hey, these are just my thoughts. I'm going to turn it back over to you and let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to tune in tonight. Wednesday night is overbooked. Me and the guys will be talking about this and a whole lot more. Also, our last regular top 5 of the year, the top 5 best WrestleManias of all time. Also, check me out Thursday. I'll be on with Roman of the Empire, and Friday morning also with Pops. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you like the video, give it a thumbs up if you didn't like the video. Hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you're having a great week. Have a wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Always have fun, keep smiling, keep talking, and doodles.
I'd say you better subscribe.